Hello there, this is Simon Jackson from learnloads.com. Now this video is for students preparing for business studies exams, especially A-level business case study exams, and it's focusing on the external environment. The term external environment comes up in 6 different parts of the AQA A-level business spec, and you'll have to write about it in some way in your exam for sure, whether you're doing AQA or one of the other exam boards. This video offers some tips about how to get marks when you're faced with exam questions that are talking about in some way the external environment. If you look at the textbooks, they tend to talk about the external environment by putting it into different categories. For example, PESTLE factors: political, economic, social, technological, legal and environmental. Fine, but this is only half the story really, but I'll come back to that in a minute. First of all, let's just quickly run through what are PESTLE factors again. Political factors means government policy and opposing views about what that should be. Economic factors are concerned with overall demand and overall supply of goods and services in an entire economy, not just one business or one market. Social factors are those that come from society, something to do with people, for example cultural factors or consumer attitudes. Technological factors relate to the application of science and technology to business and commerce. Yes, that means IT and the internet, but there's various other trends as well to think about there, such as development of new materials and genetic engineering, for example. Legal factors are about the limits that the law places on business activity, whether that's employment law or maybe the law relating to the sale of goods. Lots of other kinds of laws affect business. Environmental factors are issues related to the impact of business activity on the natural world. For example, you might think about how industrial pollution or car emissions create problems for us all as a result of business activity. So this PESTLE classification is absolutely fair enough, but at the end of the day there's only so much value in these little boxes because they all overlap hugely, and that's one of the points that I wanted to make. So for example, government policy and political considerations have got a big influence on economic factors. To take another example, it's crystal clear that technology is not just for boffins and inventors in labs, it's changing societies and economies very fast. Third example, the laws that a government creates depends partly on political viewpoints and partly on what society is worrying about, because of course in a democracy ordinary people have a say about which politicians make laws. If the wording of a question makes you stick to one particular PESTLE factor, then of course you might need to do that. On the other hand, if you think about this matter of overlap between the different factors, then it might be a way to get credit for being able to take your answer a step further and get an overview about what is going on in the case study. So yes, you sometimes need to think about which of these 6 little PESTLE boxes something fits into to answer an exam question properly, but at the end of the day, the 2 key things to remember about the external environment are: A, the external environment cannot really be changed by any one business, whereas obviously what goes on inside that business can, and B, strategic decision making has to always take account of the external environment as a whole. That means that when you're looking at a case study, you'll often find it very helpful to look at the external environment in terms of the second part of a SWOT analysis, the opportunities and threats part. Opportunities, remember, are external developments that are to the advantage of the business. For example, new technology that reduces operational costs, a fall in the market price of certain raw materials, or a consumer fashion or trend that makes your product more likely to be in demand. Threats are external factors that are likely to cause problems for the business. Examples include an increase in government regulation leading to higher costs, or a fall in average consumer income leading to lower sales. If the person writing a case study for an exam has put in little bits of information about, for instance, changes in the economy or new technology that a competitor has developed, this isn't just padding. Look at the questions and ask yourself how the external environment affects the particular business concerned. If that's not really obvious to you, but you can see ways that external factors might possibly have relevance to business decisions, be prepared to speculate. For example, you might say it's possible that these economic trends create an opportunity for X because, or the new product launched by X's competitor might pose a threat to sales in the long term, ... But that speculation, that kind of speculation, has to be credible and should not go way outside what the case study actually says. Hope this helps. For some revision about various aspects of the external environment, you might find these videos helpful. Just click on the images below, it'll link you straight to the Learn Loads videos. And why not subscribe to the Learn Loads channel for business students? Just click on the red box below to subscribe, and that means you get news of new videos as they come out. Do have a look at the Learn Loads ebooks. Click the little I button in the top right hand corner of this screen. That'll take you to something that you might find interesting about our ebooks. Thank you very much. Bye.